All over the world, people talk about strange things. Ghosts, shadows, things we can't explain. But most of these stories, they're just stories, made up, not real. But sometimes, a few strange stories are backed by real proof. Photos, documents, even reports from officials. And today, we're going to look at one of the most shocking and mysterious cases ever recorded. One that will make you question everything. This story starts on a cold winter night, January 23rd, 1897, in a small, quiet village in West Virginia. It's almost 9 p.m. Inside the village blacksmith shop, a man named Erasmus, 35 years old, is still working. Usually, Erasmus goes home by 6, but tonight, someone needed a horseshoe at the last minute, so he stayed late, hammering in the dark.
Erasmus is working fast, but his mind isn't on the horseshoe. It's on his wife, Zona. Zona's pregnant, and she's home, all alone. Zona knows Erasmus always comes home by 6. Maybe he's just late because of work. But now, it's very late. And in 1897, there's no phone, no way to send a message, no way to know if something's wrong.
So Erasmus calls over his helper, 11-year-old Nova. "Nova," he says, "go to my house. Tell Zona I'll be late, and check if she needs help." Nova told, "Okay." He heads out into the cold. The house is a few kilometers away. Nova reaches the quiet house. He knocks on the door. No answer. He calls out a little louder. "Zona? It's Nova!" Still silence. That's strange. Zona always waits for Erasmus. She wouldn't be asleep this early. Something feels off. Nova gently pushes the door. It creaks open, unlocked. He steps inside. The house is pitch black. Not a single candle. No light, no sound. Why would Zona sit in total darkness? No fire, no lamp, just cold silence? Nova feels a chill in his chest. Something's wrong. But he keeps walking. "Zona?" he calls out, stepping deeper into the dark. Then he sees her, a shape, slumped near the stairs. It's Zona! His heart races. He runs closer. "Zona!" His voice shakes. Nova freezes. And then the terrible truth hits him. Zona isn't breathing. Zona is dead. To understand what happened, we need to go back. Erasmus and Zona were newlyweds. He was 35. She was 23. Young, beautiful, full of life. Their love began when Erasmus moved to the village. It was fast, intense, a whirlwind romance. But Zona's mother, Mary Jane, didn't approve. She didn't trust Erasmus. Still, Zona followed her heart. She married him, and they moved into a small home. Just the two of them. They had a secret. Zona was pregnant, but no one knew. Soon after she found out, she got sick. Weak, pale, tired. So they kept it quiet, hoping she'd get better.
But they never got that chance. Zona's story ended too soon.
Now we come back on. That night, Nova runs home, heart pounding. He tells his mother everything. His mother doesn't waste a second. She told to Nova, "Go tell Erasmus. I'll get the doctor." Soon, word spreads. The whole village knows that Zona is dead. The doctor arrives. He walks upstairs to the place where Zona's body lies.
The scene is heartbreaking. Erasmus is on the floor, holding Zona's hair, sobbing uncontrollably. The doctor gently leans in. "Please," he says, "let me check her." After a quiet moment, the doctor speaks. She died from pregnancy complications, a tragic but natural death. The next day, Zona is buried. The whole village comes. Now they know she was pregnant. Erasmus stands by her coffin, broken. He ties her favorite scarf around her neck. One final act of love. One last goodbye.
But one person isn't just sad, she's angry. That's Zona's mother, Mary Jane, stands at the edge of the crowd, her eyes locked on Erasmus, burning with suspicion. She doesn't cry, she watches. And in her heart, she's sure of one thing. Erasmus is hiding something.
Weeks pass after the funeral. Mary Jane changes. She stays in her dark house, pacing by candlelight. Neighbors whisper, grief has broken her. But then, February 21st, Mary Jane shocks everyone. She goes to the police with a story. A story she says came from Zona's ghost. Zona spoke to her, told her something was wrong. Mary Jane demands they dig up the body. The police hesitate, but they're curious. They go with her to the doctor. Mary Jane's conviction is intense, strange, but powerful. The doctor agrees. The police nod. They head to the cemetery and exhume Zona's body.
So, what was the strange story that Mary Jane told? Well, at the funeral, everyone saw that Mary Jane looked more angry than sad. But the truth was, she was very sad. However, when she saw Erasmus crying so much next to Zona's coffin, a doubt started to grow in her mind. People say a mother's heart is never wrong. Mary Jane felt that something terrible had happened to her daughter. She started to suspect that Zona's death was not natural. Along with this doubt, she felt a lot of anger towards Erasmus. That's the anger everyone saw that day.
But what really happened? How did her daughter die? Mary Jane had no way of knowing. Only Zona knew the truth, and Zona was gone. This doubt and this anger are why Mary Jane left the funeral early. After that, she lit a candle and started to pray. She prayed to speak with the spirit of her dead daughter. This is what the neighbors saw, but they misunderstood what she was doing. Mary Jane continued to pray like this every day. Then one day, something supernatural happened.
While she was praying, the room suddenly became very cold. Then, a white light appeared in one corner. Inside that light was Zona's spirit. Mary Jane felt happy to see her daughter, but also scared because it was a ghost. The spirit of Zona did not stay for long. It disappeared quickly. But this gave Mary Jane hope. Her prayers were working. So she continued to pray. A few days later, it happened again. The room got cold, the white light appeared, and Zona's spirit was there. But again, it disappeared after a short time.
This was not enough for Mary Jane. She didn't just want to see the spirit. She wanted to know how Zona died. She kept praying. On the fourth time, the spirit appeared again, but this time, it stayed. Zona was even wearing the same clothes from her funeral, including the scarf Erasmus had tied around her neck. Zona's spirits stared straight at her mother without moving. This scared Mary Jane, and she stepped back. But she had prayed for weeks for this moment. She found her courage and asked, "My daughter, what really happened to you that day?" Zona's spirit tried to speak, but no words came out. Instead, she showed her mother what happened.
The spirit floated, and a small whirlwind appeared in the room. It showed Mary Jane the truth. Erasmus was not a good man. After marriage, he became angry very quickly, and he often hit Zona. Zona never told anyone because she had married him against her mother's wishes. The spirit showed that on the day she died, January 22nd, Erasmus got angry because he didn't like the food she cooked. He became so violent that he grabbed her neck and twisted it, breaking it. That was how she died. The pain of that death was so great that even her spirit found it hard to talk about. Finally, Zona had shown her mother the terrible truth. Tears filled Mary Jane's eyes. She never imagined her daughter's death had been so cruel. She tried to talk to the spirit, but it faded back into the white light and disappeared. The room became warm again.
Now, Mary Jane finally knew the truth about her daughter's death. This is why she went to the police and told them this incredible story. She asked them to dig up Zona's body and check it again. Of course, the police found it hard to believe that a ghost had given this information, but to check if her story was true, they had to dig up the body. When they did, they finally understood that Mary Jane was telling the truth. Remember when the doctor first checked Zona's body? Erasmus was crying and holding her hair. The doctor now realized this was a fake performance. Erasmus was actually hiding the bruises on Zona's neck by holding her. The doctor had missed the signs the first time.
Erasmus's plan had worked. The doctor thought it was a natural death. Even at the funeral, when Erasmus tied Zona's favorite scarf around her neck, he was hiding the marks. But a month later, Zona's spirit told her mother everything. When the body was dug up and the scarf was removed, everyone saw the truth. The doctor saw a broken bone in Zona's neck. This was not natural. It was murder. The police arrested Erasmus. In court, Mary Jane told the whole story. It's hard to believe a ghost solved a crime, but because of that story, the hidden secret was revealed. Erasmus finally confessed. It turned out he had been married twice before. His first wife left him. His second wife died in a strange accident. Maybe he had killed her too.
Erasmus was sent to prison for life, but he only lived for 3 more years before he died from a disease in prison. This is one of the best documented supernatural cases in the world. So, what do you think? Did Zona's ghost really come back to tell the truth? Or was it just a story? If it was just a story, how did Mary Jane know things that only Zona knew? That mystery remains unsolved. If you enjoyed this real story of ghosts, murder, and mystery, let us know in the comments. Tell us what other topics you would like us to cover next. Thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video. We will meet again.